All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've gone through Raw. We've gone through Fastlane. We've gone through the midweek wrap-up. We're going to round out the week with the final WWE show of the week. No longer Friday. It's now on Thursdays. This is the Smackdown Rundown.
Yeah, there's actually one. Wait. Something.
There's usually something that flies through the air and we have to like duck and cover for it.
Something doesn't feel right. Oh shit, Jesus!
Wait! Wait! That one was wearing pants. This is the strangest rundown ever. Alright, so we open up Smackdown with Daniel Bryan coming out talking about how, first he threw everyone off. Crowd chanting, yes, yes. He starts off, no, no. And everyone's like, what the fuck? He goes, I said that because a couple of years ago. That's what I said a couple of years ago because at that point in time, I didn't feel like anyone had my back. I didn't have any options. There was nothing for me.
Yeah.
But I was wrong.
A chance. But you guys supported me, and thanks to you, I got the chance to live my dream. It was taken from me due to injury. Then I fought back and got the chance to earn it again, and I failed.
But that doesn't mean he's going to stop.
Yeah.
Because is the Yes Movement dead? No. No, it's not. Because Daniel Bryan isn't the kind of person that's just going to be like, oh, well, it was cool while it lasted. So he's about to announce like what his plans are for WrestleMania. But he's interrupted by Bad News Barrett.
Yeah.
Bad News Barrett says, losers like you don't deserve the spotlight. Just like losers like that lunatic thief Dean Ambrose, who is running around with my Intercontinental Championship. I'm still the Intercontinental Champion. And Daniel Bryan goes, are you sure? He goes, yeah, do you have a problem? He's like getting in Daniel Bryan's face.
Yeah.
Then Ambrose's music hits. He walks down, and he's just trying to cause trouble at this point.
Yeah.
Him and Barrett get in a scuffle. They drop the Intercontinental title in the ring. Daniel Bryan goes and picks it up.
It's like, I want this.
He's like, oh, okay, this could be cool. And then Barrett gets in and goes, no, give me back my title. He goes, you want it?
Yeah.
You want it? And you hear the crowd kind of pop a little bit. They're like, okay, you can have it. And he hands it over to Barrett. Barrett turns around, gets punched in the face by Ambrose, who then ends up stealing the title.
Yeah.
Again. Then, do we want to go through results real quick, or do we just
let's go ahead.
Okay.
Results.
Well, our first match, we had Dean Ambrose beat The Miz. We had Natalya defeat Naomi. We had Daniel Bryan defeat Bad News Barrett. We had Fandango defeat Curtis Axel. We had Adam Rose lose to Goldust.
Yep.
And then in our main event, we had Team Cena win over Team Authority.
Yeah.
So, going back to the whole Intercontinental thing, SmackDown was Intercontinental title heavy. It was all about this match. Speaking of which, earlier today, WWE announced that Wade Barrett will be defending the Intercontinental title in a multi-person ladder match at WrestleMania.
I just want to say, if Daniel Bryan is added to this, I'm all for it. Initially, my thoughts were like, Daniel Bryan, Intercontinental title, that feels like doesn't feel like enough for him at this point. But, thinking about it, historically, the world title goes to like the face of the company, the Intercontinental title goes to the best wrestler, and Bryan's the best wrestler, so...
To be completely honest, if Daniel Bryan is in this match, I don't want him to win at Mania. I want Wade Barrett to get a chance to have his moment, and then continue a feud maybe with Bryan for the title. Granted, I'm not going to be upset if Daniel Bryan wins.
Boo, Daniel Bryan, you shouldn't have won.
Yeah, I don't want Daniel Bryan to win. I want Daniel Bryan to win. But for storyline purposes and for the benefit of
those with flash photography.
I don't know if Edge and Christian are going to be there. They're definitely not going to be in the match, though.
Oh, man.
Neither of them can wrestle anymore.
Oh.
But for the benefit of the people in the match, I would rather someone who hasn't had a moment yet get a little bit more spotlight.
Yeah.
But our first match, we had Dean Ambrose defeat The Miz. Ambrose was distracted a little bit because Barrett came out and grabbed his title. Didn't stop Dean Ambrose from hitting Dirty Deeds and beating The Miz.
Well, there's not much that's going to stop Ambrose from beating The Miz.
So Barrett gets his title back, runs off. We come back from commercial. He's talking to Renee Young. And he says that he finally reclaimed what was his.
Yeah.
And, neither Ambrose or Daniel Bryan can hold a candle to him. And that now that he has what belongs to him back, he's not going to let it out of his sight.
Yeah.
So you can guarantee that Barrett's going to be keeping a watchful eye on that title. Our next match, we had more build in the Masters Uso storyline when we had the one-on-one between their respective Diva counterparts. We had Natalya taking on Naomi. The match was really short, but if this is any indication that we're going to get a longer, much more in-depth match, I am so excited because they put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, for what this match was, it was awesome. It was really counter-heavy in the beginning.
Yes, it was a lot of back and forth. They had a couple high-impact spots where they did like the double crossbody. Yeah. Natalya ends up getting the win. She kind of feigns the leg injury that started on Raw.
Yeah.
Naomi goes for a big kick and takes out the leg. Then there's a slight distraction because the Usos and the Masters start fighting on the outside. Usos winning that altercation, by the way. But Natalya kind of backs up against the ropes, and Naomi's like trying to check on her, but the ref keeps like backing her up, and then Natalya spins, hits the discus clothesline, and gets the win over Naomi. Then we had another Rusev promo that's the same thing as ever.
Yep.
Jack Swagger comes out and does the same thing ever.
Yep.
And then Rusev beats him the same way ever.
Yep.
Then we had Daniel Bryan taking on Bad News Barrett. We had R-Truth.
Yeah.
R-Truth on commentary.
And special guest Jonathan Coachman.
Yeah, Coach was back from Sports Center.
Yeah, that was
R-Truth was really excited to see Coach. I mean, Coach hasn't been around in a while.
No, it was good to see him.
Coach didn't really know who he was.
No, he kept saying his name was Byron.
Byron Saxton.
Yeah,
that's PG. Sorry.
Yeah.
R-Truth was just so funny in this.
Yeah.
So not only did we have that, but we also had a really solid match between Daniel Bryan and Wade Barrett. I'm excited to see a lot more between these two.
Yeah,
because they never really feuded coming out of the whole Nexus.
It kind of reminds me that like last year, before Barrett got injured, he was doing stuff with the Authority of Bryan that I kind of forgot about.
Yeah.
Until I saw them in the ring again, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and
that was the thing.
And like I said, they've never capitalized on the whole issues coming out of the Nexus story.
Yeah, why not, guys?
Because Barrett went straight to the top, started working with Cena, and Daniel Bryan, they didn't have anything for him at the time.
Yeah.
Even though you had this storyline waiting. But yeah, we had a really good match. So Barrett, because he's so focused on the Intercontinental title, sat it in the corner.
Yeah.
There was at one point, Daniel Bryan's doing his corner drop kicks, and the title falls off.
Yeah.
And Barrett freaks out, and he gets out, and he's like, "Where's my title?" And he goes over, he finds it, folds it back up, sits it back up on the ring, gets back in, continues the match.
Yep.
Then while he's not looking, R-Truth sneaks over and shoves the title up his shirt, goes and sits back down, and Byron's going, What the hell? You're just gonna walk over and sit there. He goes, "What are you talking about? I didn't do anything."
Yeah, you didn't see nothing, Coach.
Daniel Bryan ends up getting the win over Barrett, and Barrett is like, He's upset that he lost the match, and then he looks and he goes, "Where's my title?"
Yeah.
And he's looking around the stairs. He's looking under the ring.
R-Truth puts his hand over Byron Saxton's mouth. I just like we didn't see nothing.
It's so funny. He sits there against the table like, he looks so sad. Like I can't believe that I lost the title again. And he even has R-Truth pull up, R-Truth pulls up his shirt, but does it to where it's in between the two shirts that he's wearing. And so Baron has no idea. We'd get R-Truth walking in the back with the Intercontinental title over his shoulder, and he'd meet up with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey, what's up, Dean?" He goes, "What's up, Truth? You're Intercontinental champion now, huh?" He goes, "Oh yeah, me and Wade Barrett." And he didn't even touch me. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And Ambrose goes, "You know I'm gonna be coming for that, right?" He goes, "Well, I know. Do you want it? Here, take it, take it." So he hands it to Dean Ambrose and goes, "2 title changes in one night. Smackdown's on fire."
Yeah.
He walks away, and Ambrose is like, "What the fuck just happened?" So
yeah, you're crazy when you're freaking Ambrose out.
yeah, you're a different level of crazy if Ambrose is a little weirded out by the situation.
Yeah, when he's like, I don't even know. Something wrong with that guy.
Sounded a little wrong. So Byron interviews Roman Reigns about his altercation with Paul Heyman on Monday, the defending of the Royal Rumble spot against Daniel Bryan, and his inevitable match against Brock Lesnar. Roman is doing his best to look as confident as possible going into this. He's playing it smart. He talks about how I don't know that much about Brock Lesnar. I've never fought Brock Lesnar before, but I do have family that's fought Brock Lesnar. Now you brought up the point that yes, all of his family that's faced Brock Lesnar has lost.
Yeah.
But I like this. They've never gone with someone going through I need to talk to someone about what can I do against Lesnar. And the fact that he's got Rikishi and The Rock that he can talk to is Rikishi's going into the Hall of Fame this year.
Yep.
Rock is bound to be in there soon.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that Rikishi's in before The Rock.
Rock's too busy.
I know, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
A little bit. Had you told me...
Plus, they probably think they've got a lot more left for The Rock to do.
Yeah.
As far as wrestling-wise than Rikishi.
Yeah.
Rikishi's not that active with WWE. So they'll cash in on The Rock later.
I know they will.
So yeah, Roman Reigns is aware that he needs to train harder, he needs to be stronger, he needs to be faster because he is going against Brock Lesnar. So he's preparing more so for this match than he ever has before.
Yeah.
So, we're getting a little insight into...
I need to learn how to wrestle.
What?
I said, I need to learn how to wrestle.
No, you don't. Not to face Lesnar. Lesnar doesn't know how to wrestle anymore.
Yeah, that's why if you learn how to wrestle, you'll have an edge.
Yeah, which is why you don't get an edge. Edge can't wrestle.
Oh, damn it! I keep forgetting.
No, I think this is perfect because if he learns what not to do against Lesnar, and he trains harder, he'll be fine. Because Lesnar is not going to train harder. He's going to storm out on Monday Night Raw and fly the private jet home and then fuck Sable. That's his training right now.
He's going to learn how to fly a plane.
He fucks Sable and takes care of his kid.
You think Lesnar, instead of the plane flying to pick him up, when it picks him up, instead of flying back to the arena, Lesnar just grabs it and German suplex it and then jumps on it?
I just imagine, Thor, spinning Mjolnir and, flying with it. Yeah. It's kind of what Lesnar does with the WWE Corporate.
He just, ties a rope around his waist and then he, German suplexes the plane.
That would be terrifying. You just look up in the air and there's just Lesnar trailing behind the fucking jet. Up next we had Fandango officially enter his name into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He would then face and defeat Curtis Axel, who is also in it, and had a Royal Rumble timer. Yeah. He's been in for 32 days and some odd minutes and seconds. So we're getting more and more people adding their names to this this battle royal. We had so Mizdow talked on Raw about how he's getting a commercial deal.
Yeah.
We get kind of a sneak peek at this commercial deal, but then the Miz ends up stealing it. Dick move, bro. It was, I don't know. The segment felt a little forced.
To me, it was build up to no payoff. Like, I was into it because, like, they were clearly building up to a joke. Because, like, Sandow was advertising some sort of pill or something that we didn't quite know about. Miz came on. He's like, oh, I'll do it. And they're like, okay, Miz, we wanted you on it. We just didn't think you'd be interested. Here's your script. And he's like, oh, I don't need the script. And they're like, oh, don't you want to know more about the product? And he's like, no, I don't. Just feed me lines and I'll do it. And it was I feel like it was going to be some sort of embarrassing type thing.
Here's what I think. I think we're going to get the payoff on Raw.
Yeah, and I do too. I just don't think... I don't think it's a strong enough segment to warrant being two-parters.
I just feel like that because they always reference back to like what happened last week.
Right.
So what we're gonna get is Miz come out, maybe talk about his chances of winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He comes out and says, not only am I going to win this, but now I'm getting my very own commercial and I'm going to premiere it here for you.
Yeah.
Then the commercial shows up and then you just see, and then it ends up being like a Viagra commercial or something like that. Then he feels embarrassed. Mizdow starts laughing. Yeah. And then this is all leading up to Mizdow obviously being in the Battle Royal as well. And probably eliminating Miz at Mania.
No, I do agree with all that. I just think it's the type of segment that would have been better had we got the build-up and the payoff in one go.
True. But unfortunately, this is WWE, and they're gonna use that payoff for like their third hour.
Because even if the payoff does work on Raw, it still means that it fell flat tonight. Mm-hmm. And
we were just left with Mizdow looking pouty.
Yeah,
like he was Triple H's stunt double for the night. Then we had Adam Rose enter his name into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He would have a one-on-one match with Goldust. Goldust would beat him very quickly with the director's cut.
Yeah.
Goldust is still, fueling that fire, trying to go after Stardust. But Stardust had the drop on him.
Yeah.
Because Goldust would get attacked by a giant monkey.
Yeah.
And then the monkey would take its head off, and we'd find out that it was Stardust inside of a monkey costume.
If you just stopped before the inside of a monkey costume, it sounds like the trippiest thing ever. Goldust was attacked by a monkey, and then the monkey took its head off, and it was Stardust.
It looked like that monkey from like the car commercials.
Yeah, it was like sock monkey.
Yes, sock monkey. Goldust getting trumped once again by his brother.
Yeah.
Now he went from dashing to grotesque to Cody Rhodes to Stardust to sock monkey.
Yeah. Monkey dust.
You're on a... Oh, God.
Dust monkey.
Hey, I kind of like that. That works. We got another really cool Bray Wyatt promo. Because he hasn't gotten a response from The Undertaker, he feels like maybe Undertaker is ignoring him.
Yeah.
Or, do my words not mean anything to you? So he's almost feeling insulted by The Undertaker.
Yeah.
The fact that he hasn't warranted a response yet. Which I thought was interesting. He's starting to play that I deserve this.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's interesting. So I think we might get what you were saying is that Undertaker won't say anything until Mania.
Yeah. The one thing that I wish could happen, and it can't because of the role Kane's playing, is if we don't get Kane until WrestleMania, or Undertaker until WrestleMania, like 2 weeks before WrestleMania, have Kane come out in the mask and like address Wyatt on behalf of Undertaker, like, Bray Wyatt, my brother's not coming out because you're not worthy to face the dead man. And then Bray tried to prove himself by beating Kane.
Yeah, unfortunately with the spot that Kane's in, it really wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, it could, if they did it. I think only like, say, I know you're not a fan of the super mystical stuff, but maybe like just kind of add that little bit where it's like Kane finds the urn one week, and then the next week he comes back out in the mask.
Maybe I feel like integrating Kane, especially this close to Mania, is trying too hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like Undertaker and Kane have been on such different paths for the last year and a half, actually the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Because the last time they were really a cohesive unit was just after Paul Bearer died.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it would be the best build-up. I'm just saying it would be a neat little...
It'd be interesting.
Like,
I can't say I hate it, but I do feel like it would be a little bit of a stretch. So I love hearing Bray Wyatt constantly just berate the Undertaker, and he's doing everything he can to elicit a response from the Undertaker.
Yeah,
he's
no,
not getting it.
I'm definitely hoping for more Taker-esque. I'm hoping for more teases to the Undertaker, only to have it be Bray Wyatt. More of the stuff like the casket entrance.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt more just taunting the Undertaker by just doing Undertaker things.
You know what would be awesome? If we finally get... Because we had those... we had, the one... I think it was last week's SmackDown. We had the 3 different promos from Bray Wyatt. And he was building something. If he finally reveals that it was indeed a casket he was building...
Yeah.
And he starts wheeling that casket down to the ring, almost in a way to try and, I made this for you. This is where I'll put you, after WrestleMania, and trying to get the Undertaker to respond that way. Then have Undertaker in the casket, the go home show to WrestleMania, and then really build that throughout that week. That. This one thing that Bray Wyatt was so sure would get a response, finally got that response.
Yeah.
It just got him a close encounter with The Undertaker. And then have Bray Wyatt do another promo that SmackDown to, just with a real fiery promo to, that he finally got the words that he wanted. He's looking forward to Sunday to where he finally puts the dead man to rest.
Yeah. He brings the casket out and it's Sting. He's like, oh, fuck.
This is not who I wanted. You're not dead.
And Sting's just like, oh, I was taking a nap.
Have you laid in here? This is nice. It's really nice.
Oh, shit. We're at the... Oh, fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to mess up here.
Yeah, I'm facing Triple H, so I can't face you anyway. Well, good luck. Yeah, close the lid on sleep. But then we had our main event, rematch from Fastlane. Ziggler, Rowan, and Ryback taking on Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Kane. The match itself wasn't any more or any less than what we got at Fastlane.
Yeah.
It was good. Just nothing new. Nothing to elicit a response from us. But the ending was fun.
Yeah, I liked that.
Because everything starts breaking down. Okay, speaking of which, I want to go back to the Rusev Swagger thing real quick.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was Cena?
That's a question that everyone asks when Cena should show up and help someone, but he doesn't. Like I said, the one difference between this week and last week was Swagger picked this fight.
Okay.
I feel like there is enough of this was Swagger's fight. He chose this fight. I'm not going to get involved. It's his business to warrant not running in. But at the same time, after the fight, after he put on the accolade, let go, then put it on, let go, and then put it back on, maybe you should come out and help the guy.
Okay. This feeds into my second question. The entire Authority, except for Triple H and Stephanie, because they don't really show up on SmackDown all that often, was there. Where the fuck was Randy Orton?
It's a good question.
I mean, not to say that they needed Randy Orton for this segment.
No.
But if they're trying to make us think that Randy Orton is with the Authority, where the fuck was he?
Yeah, he's like, I don't show up on SmackDown anymore.
But yeah, so we get the breakdown. J&J's starting to get involved. There's people fighting all over the place.
That's why they didn't have Randy Orton. It was a rematch from Fastlane.
Oh, Randy Orton was supposed to come out afterwards if the Authority won.
Yeah.
Which they didn't, because the end we had Rollins, Ryback, and Ziggler all in the ring. We had Rowan cause a pseudo distraction by chucking Jamie Noble into the ring. This makes Seth go, wait, what the hell? Then he's going for...
It's like a wild Jamie Noble appeared.
He's going for the curb stomp on Ryback. Ryback moves, and he jumps right into a super kick from Ziggler.
That was cool.
And then that backs him up. Ryback hits him with shell shock. Ryback gets the pin.
It is reminiscent of the Fastlane match.
Yeah.
With the punch into the chokeslam. It was, assisted big strike into a finisher.
Mm-hmm.
So, good callback.
I'm excited to potentially see, maybe one more match between these two teams, just to kind of even up the sides. Maybe give the Authority a little bit. This having. Okay. Here's my prediction. We're gonna have maybe in like 2 weeks. There's gonna be Monday Night Raw. We've got one win apiece.
That's true. There will be Monday Night Raw in 2 weeks. Good prediction.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that yet.
Okay. Well, I that's my prediction.
Okay. I think it's gonna happen, but I could be wrong. Yeah. We're
not 2 weeks from today, but like in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, see, if I would have said today, you would have been lying to me.
Yeah.
Because today, technically, right now is Friday.
Yeah.
And that's wrong.
Right.
There's no shows on Friday.
Yeah. Well, Superstars is on Friday.
Doesn't count anymore. No, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Is in like 2 weeks on Monday Night Raw, we have like the final, the Authority won at Fastlane, Team Cena won on the SmackDown after Fastlane. We're getting our final, which team is gonna pull away with the second victory. Who's gonna win the best of three? And it's gonna be, we're right at the top of the show. We're gonna have the Authority really push the fact that they're gonna win the match. Throughout the night, we get maybe Big Show has some sort of accident, or gets attacked. Then Kane gets attacked.
Big Show has an accident. He pees himself.
And we're trying to figure out, like, okay, what the hell is going on? And so Triple H decides, okay, we'll put Randy there, and then one of the members of J&J is going to show up. Then that member of J&J gets it just kind of works its way down to where the last possible option is there. And that's where we get Randy Orton turns on Seth Rollins, and we start setting up the Rollins-Randy Orton match for Mania.
Yeah. Maybe even add in that the winning team gets added to the Andre Battle Royal. So that when Randy, does the switch, then we get Ziggler, Ryback, and Rowan in the Battle Royal.
That might not happen because we'll probably have Ziggler in the multi-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Maybe whoever scores the pinfall gets added. And so well, no, because Rowan, actually, out of the three of them, would be the only one that doesn't have a match yet. Yeah. Because Ryback's already put his name into the...
Oh, yeah, he did.
The Andre.
So that doesn't work out as well as I thought.
So...
Okay.
Maybe. Well, but yeah, I think that's... Yeah. Maybe not to that extent, but something along those lines I think is going to happen.
Yeah, I can see it.
But that was it for SmackDown. That was the end of the week. Be sure to go back and check the rest of the playlist. We got a brand new WWE news segment this week.
That might happen every once in a while.
Yeah, whenever there's some cool stories going on, we'll be sure to talk about that. Raw review, Fastlane review. Be sure to let the playlist keep playing because up next we have Thomas's top 5.
Yeah.
The top 5 for February 2015. We're heading into Mania, so who's got the Thomas Wolfe advantage going into WrestleMania? It won't be the Masters, and it won't be Sami Zayn. It won't be who else was on there?
I think I had all the members of the Shield on there as a unit. I'll find out before I.
Anyway. Whoever wasn't on last week's will not be in this week's, but be sure to let the playlist keep playing and find out who made it onto the February 2015 Thomas's Top 5. We'll see you there.